I wanted to ask you, like, I know you've been out here and I noticed that you don't really get involved in certain things and stuff like that. Like, how do you deal with like negativity and stuff like that? Have you ever dealt with it?
Oh, listen, like...
Because literally I have been on my thing and I've been so focused and I've had my days where I literally want to tell people where they are. You know, them ones there. It's not like I cannot.
Yeah.
I always can. Let's not get it twisted. But do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get me? Like, I'm just being real, Donae'o. Like, do you get me?
I've got a very high tolerance for pain and sadness.
Yeah.
Like, I never had friends from nursery to the end of secondary school. Like, primary school, I'd walk around by myself.
Really?
Secondary, I'd walk around by myself. Like, I call my neurodivergence, I call it Sheldon Cooper. Like,
I was gonna talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Because you can go into it now, actually.
Yeah, like, I call it my Sheldon Cooper.
Say it again, though. How do you say it?
Neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent.
I've got two things. I've got an antisocial disorder.
Yeah.
That's more nurture.
Yeah.
That's not natural. That came from me being isolated from other people.
Right.
I had to read a book called How to Make Friends and Influence People. Little social things like interrupting people when they talk and stuff like that. I still do it now and it annoys me because I'm aware of it. But it's
I do it.
You don't realise this is why people might not talk to you, or you don't learn how to interact. Even like little things like I remember.
You run people and you know. By the time they come off the phone with you, God, I can't get a word. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because you overload them. Oh my God, I've got someone to talk to. Do you understand that you overload?
Yeah.
And when you're overly passionate, talented as well, and you have ideas in your head, you're literally just overdrive because it has to come out somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Or even like, say like, interacting with the opposite sex, I remember, there was one time, this girl come up to me and she said something rude. And I didn't understand banter. I just switched on. Who are you fucking talking to? Sorry, bro, swear.
No, you can talk.
Who are you talking to? Like, and then she was really upset. My brother, he was like, you know what? When I usually see you do that, I think it's funny. But I didn't realise you don't understand what's going on. I saw that girl walk in the club, see you, talk to her brethren about you, figure out how to talk to you. She's looking at, you know, the little things other people might see. I'm not seeing all this. So when she's come up to me, he's like, bro, how else is she supposed to talk to you? She's trying to break the ice. That's why she said something a bit cheeky.
Cheeky. That's what girls do. Yeah.
Listen.
Oh,
and
gosh.
I'm 26, 7. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he's like, bro. And then you know when the light bulb flashes, I'm like, how many interactions did I messed up because I didn't understand the interaction. So I'm just trying to let you understand like the social side of it. And I've got ADHD, which is natural. So together they look like and they react like autism.
Right.
Maybe I do have autism.
I was going to say, do you reckon that you might be a bit autistic?
I'm definitely on the spectrum.
Because when back in the day for our age group, they would know, we didn't know anything. They didn't diagnose
people
you
just
that
don't like you.
Yeah, the only thing I used to hear about back in the day was if you was dyslexic. They used to use that word. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's dyslexic, I'm dyslexic. Do you remember? Like, that's what they used to say, but they didn't tap into it. So
what was the question again?
It was about, I want to go a little bit back. It was about, we're talking about the autism and the
neurodivergence.
The neurodivergence. And you was talking about not having any friends.
Yeah, but there was a reason for that beforehand because I was trying to explain something. Why I explained that was for a reason, but I don't know.
About when you're doing your songs and the creative freedom and stuff like that.
No, we'll get back to it. But whatever question you want to ask.
Yeah, no, because when you were saying about you not having no friends and stuff for that long period of time, I want to get into that a little bit. Like what kind of child? Like, why do you feel like that was? What type of child was you? Did you feel like you was very introverted?
No, I'm just like, if you've got ADHD and you're different. Like Sheldon Cooper didn't have a lot of friends. And when you're young, kids don't have patience for that sort of stuff. And teachers don't either. Teachers used to always put me on the carpet and kind of thing like that. And then like they wouldn't let me interact with the kids kind of thing. My dad was an army general. So discipline was different in my household kind of thing. And then my mum, she grew up, you know, when you see those kids on Children in Need with the flies on their eyes.
Yeah.
That's how my mum grew up.
Really?
Yes.
Where's your mum from?
Ghana.
And your dad?
Guyana.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so then, So you've got an extreme poverty and extreme
discipline.
We'll call it that. We'll call it discipline.
Yeah.
Right. And I think, I forget the question. Sorry, could you ask me again? This is where the neurodivergence comes in as well. Sorry, ask again.
Yeah, so like I was asking you about oh my gosh, what did I just say to you?
Exactly. That is the biggest annoying thing about what I have, yeah?
No, do you know what? Because we went off somewhere. It wasn't directly about we started off first talking about how you deal with the negativity. That's how it started.
Right, can we go back to that?
Yeah, that's how it started, you know.
Go back to that. No, because I want to go back to that.
That's how it started.
Okay,
and then
can we go
got
back to
into...
that? Yeah, can we go back to that?
Yeah.
Right, so how I deal with the negativity.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah,
Please
that's what it was.
This is being neurodivergent in real time.
Because the reason why I want to talk to him about it because
do you know,
I feel like there's something I want to talk to him about it because I do that.
Yeah.
There's the certain things that I do, why I wanted to talk to you about it.
I'm glad you remember, we need to go back to the pain thing.
Yes.
So you see that level of isolation, right? Going back to the pain thing. When you're like a Sheldon Cooper or whatnot, you might say things that are wrong. You fight all the time. The amount of adults I used to fight because they're just like, why is this you man talking to me like this? But I don't understand what I'm doing. Punch in the face. Me, I'm not one to not fight back because of the way my dad has been with me. So I'm comfortable with. So the isolation, but then also as well, apart from the fighting wasn't too bad, but no one liking you and kids making up things about you and, oh, he's the weird one. I remember there was a girl that used to fancy me and these girls talked her out of it. Like, oh, you don't want to be with Ian. He's weird. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Having that from single digits, like nursery to teenage years, creates a level of sadness and autism. Yeah. But then I also realized that God isolated me because the relationship I have with God, if something's going bad in my life, I wouldn't say it's God's fault. I just always knew God existed and I understand that isolation was on purpose. It hurt, but now I wouldn't have the relationship and I wouldn't be able to understand the dreams you get when God's talking to you and all that sort of stuff. Like God needed me. All I had was God and me and a few people, a few females from like Northwest that understood, oh, he don't get it. Oh, you know what, D, you know, like there'll be bear girls, you know, she fancies you. Just say hello. Like, you know, them little ones there, like if it wasn't for like that. That's why I say like women like you, I recognize who you are in my life. Even as I've grown older, it's always been a woman that says, do you know how great you are? And furthermore, I'm going to show you. And if you don't, you're not going to see it yourself. And boom, boom, boom. I can pinpoint a cream in my life. You're friends with one of them.
Yeah.
You know them way there.
Yeah.
So